bread right now.
All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Blame Your Brother. This is episode 96. We are so close to 100. It's insane. That's going to be less than a month away now. We're going to be recording for 24 straight hours, so make sure you're hanging out, listening to all the episodes until we get to 100. But hey, we're doing a great show tonight that you're going to enjoy. That's right. Come hang out with us every Thursday night as we stream the show live on YouTube. Go to blameyourbrother.tv. It will take you there, hang out, get in the chat, make some new friends, and you will enjoy it. So there's three of us that come to you every week. I am 1/3 of that trio. I am David, a.k.a. D-Brew, a.k.a. Birdman, voice of the people, Mr. 40%, Glenn Jackson, the spiritual midget. And I am joined by this guy who sits to the left of me. It's my actual brother. It's Lee.
What up? It's the one, the only, the drone killer, and of course, runner-up to the NBA championship himself, LeBron safety pin.
There you go, LeBron blames. And then I'm joined by this other guy who almost needs no introduction. It's the one, it's the only, it's John.
Hey everybody, John here, a.k.a. Tico, a.k.a. the sole operator of the Disappointment Cannon, Mr. PTI, the Madman.
They got John Tortorella, a madman. They do have a madman. Okay, he's a madman.
There we go. That's the three of us, David, Lee, John, and we're going to do all kinds of fun things tonight. So much to talk about. Before we get started, we start off every episode by, we have a legal team. They listen to the episodes. They send us emails, and they go, make sure you listen. Make sure you have any apologies, retractions, omissions for anything you may have said that was off base, offended someone. So we always start with the snowflake himself. Lee, was there anything you need to apologize for last week's episode?
There was. I apologize for talking about drone assaults. Evidently, that was really bad. I got a couple of notes, so a couple letters with concerned citizens saying that we shouldn't weaponize robots.
Aye.
I don't see the problem personally, but you guys seem to think that tomorrow, Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to show up in a time machine with a drone army or something.
He might.
So I apologize for even bringing it up. Even giving our future robot overlords an idea that they might not come up with themselves.
Too late.
So I retract that statement. I have to apologize to Denver. It's we went a little hard on the FBI agent doing backflips. We might have said some things that were not true.
No.
We might have said some things that were true, but regardless, Denver is a very lovely place. I would say next to Tennessee, Denver is probably the second best state in the union.
Denver's not a state, but sure.
Well, there you go. Write that one down for next week. There you go.
Wow.
Well,
me and the FBI guy's been hanging out a little bit. I apologize.
There we go. Someone had actually messaged me and said that they were laughing so hard listening to that, they had to walk out of the room because people were going to thought they were crazy. So I always enjoy getting messages from people that listen and all that, so it was good. So I feel that was solid. John, anything?
Nope, not a thing.
All right, there you go.
No California apology? Really?
I was pro-California.
Are you going to go hard on another state? Just pick one out.
Pick one out tonight. Which state do you want to crush?
I mean, I'm
Idaho,
I'm
West
still
Virginia?
hating on Arkansas, but I could burn on some West Virginia.
All right, give us one quick.
Oh.
Okay, the entire city of Morgantown, West Virginia, full of inbreds. Thank you.
Wow. Jeez.
I mean, you could have talked about the three teeth that they have between them. You went inbred.
Oh, my God.
We love you, West Virginia.
We do. Two of us love you. John obviously hates you, but anyway. Hey, it is what it is.
We got a breaking news flash.
What's that?
FBI guy arrested.
Oh, that's Scoop Nashville. Breaking the scoops. Jason Steen's breaking the scoops.
What do you think he got arrested for? Pot, right?
No, I don't know. Probably just what did he get arrested for? That's a good question.
Discharging a gun in public.
But isn't that a crime? I don't know how that works. I thought
so. Accidentally shooting a gun in public is not illegal.
I mean,
like if you shoot a gun off and be like, "Oops."
I mean, having possession of a weapon while intoxicated might be.
I don't know. It's so weird.
Was he intoxicated?
I don't know. I imagine he was.
Said he's arrested, and I don't know.
The scoop is assault.
Assault. So there you go. Wow. Well, good luck, guy. You're going to need it. Okay. Well, anyway.
Salt with a deadly brownie.
Did I say anything last week? No. I felt everything was on point. California, you know what's up. You know what's wrong with your little state. I'm more offended that you said John won, but whatever. That's beside the point.
Like, everyone was surprised. I was disappointed, you know? So, like,
John?
you think
Wait. That's my word.
Yeah, did you shoot?
Know your role. Stay in your lane.
Like, go back and watch the video.
Yeah.
A single tear went rolling down my eye when I said that. You know, I didn't want to give it to John, but you painted yourself into a corner. And then you kept doing this thing where you were trying to interrupt them to come, you realized that you had done poorly and you were trying to reel it back in, but I'm sorry, man.
I disagree.
It's the rule of law. You know, we're very rule of law oriented on this show. You know, we got regulations. We've got what do they call it? Parliamentary procedure. You know,
I was gonna say busted out. Holy shit! What is happening on this show right now? Like, this is insanity. All right, whatever. Let's get started.
Okay.
We had mentioned a story a while back about Sonic. Now, what is your opinion on Sonically? Because you seem to hate a lot of things commercial. So I don't know what you think about Sonic.
Honestly, the Sonic
commercials
is not. Oh, the commercials. I mean, they
using comedy to sell food. Why would they do that, John? Why would they, John? Why would they do that? Why would they?
That makes no sense. What does comedy and food have in common with each other?
Look, y'all are part of the problem. Okay, I'm just gonna tell y'all right now. Okay, y'all sheeple.
Are they selling whipped cream pies?
Y'all need to get woke. Okay, you need to get woke.
Okay, what do you think of Sonic? Yay or nay?
It's probably one of my least favorite fast food restaurants chains. I don't know what you would call it.
Okay. Thank you. Big shocker. John, Sonic, thumbs up, thumbs down.
I think some Sonics are really up there and some of them not so much. It really, to me, it depends on which one you go to.
Okay. All right. I like Sonic. I feel it's one of the better fast food places there is. So
okay. Sonic to me is like 3 different restaurants in one.
Well, that's why.
Okay, they got the breakfast.
Yeah.
They got the lunch, but then they have the mixed, the drink, the mocktails or whatever you want to call it. What do you even call that? Refreshing beverages.
Yeah.
So, yes, refreshing beverages wise, it's hard to find a better cherry limeade.
Well, someone said the drink looks radioactive.
It is.
So Sonic introduced the Pickle Slushie this week, which is a slushie apparently pickle based. I don't know. I'm gonna, John. Here you go.
You want the big one?
No.
I got a big one and 2 small ones.
No. I'm getting the small one.
I've got another drink. So I mean,
I knew you guys weren't men enough to handle this, so I got you little bitty baby ones.
I got tiny hands like DJT. Okay,
right,
so we're gonna drink. This is our review of the slushies online right now. Here we go.
All right, David is drinking it. He's got an okay face. John is not making any face. Okay, David does not like it.
Holy cow!
I think you have heartburn now. I'm gonna give it a try now.
Oh my God!
If you drink it fast, it's not that bad. But once that taste kicks in, it's an elbow to the face.
It definitely tastes like pickle juice. I think they actually used pickle juice.
You know what? I'm coming around.
Yeah,
I'm coming around on
this.
You know
what would make this better?
I'm coming around.
A little vodka.
A little vodka.
A little vodka.
Funny you say that. We used to have a guest on my old podcast named Kenzie Schofield, social media maven, very popular on social media. Now she is a news reporter in New Orleans, and she tried one of these out. And oddly enough, she said the same thing to the guy. She went to a Sonic, did a on-the-scene report, and she mentioned the same thing to him. She said these would be good with a little bit of vodka mixed in. Actually, it's not that bad, and I used to...
Actually, every taste, it's less intense.
Yes.
So, yeah.
In my defense, I would say that about most things, though. Yeah. Liquid, anyway.
We're going to walk past that. But as a child...
Run, don't walk, brother.
As a child, I used to drink pickle juice straight out of the jar. So, I've always liked pickles. I used to like pickle juice.
Like pickles.
So, I'm going to actually... Truthfully, okay, I would never order this again.
Never?
Let's be honest. No, I'm never going to order this. It's kind of like a McRib or, I don't even know. It's
not bad, but it's not something you're going to crave.
Yes, this will be a seasonal item and probably won't sell that great, honestly.
Okay, so like professional athletes will, I've heard claim, drink pickle juice to prevent cramps.
To prevent crack?
Craps.
Wow.
Cramps. So if you're
working like gangbusters,
so if it's hot outside, I guess it's like an electrolyte thing. It like reduces the possibility of cramps. So when you're out mowing the lawn you get a cramp, maybe you'll get a little craving for
a little sugar. A little sugar always helps when you're out in the heat. Yeah,
pickle juice slushy.
Sounds great, man. Get that sugar going in your system. So I say thumbs up. Actually, I mean I like it. I don't know if I'd ever order it again, but actually I will probably drink this throughout the show. So I mean the first drink, like John said, was intense. That aftertaste hits you right in the throat. You knew you were drinking a pickle slushie for sure. Yet, not bad. Not bad, actually. I will continue to drink this. So, Sonic, if you want to sponsor the show, get with our people. We would love to have you as a sponsor. And like Lee said, pickle slushies, they'll prevent you from smoking crack. There you go.
All right, that's the tagline.
That's the tagline. All right. How was your past week, Lee? What's going on in the world of Lee LeBron Blames?
Pretty good. I was like detailed the car this weekend. Okay. Trying to get prepared. I'm going to float this idea. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure. Lift driving.
Okay. Yeah.
Clean up the car a little, get the pressure washer out, get some polish on it.
Yeah, I mean, I know a few people do Lyft, and they seem to make pretty decent money doing it.
What am I looking at here? Like $20s of dollars?
I could check. I mean, during CMAs, I work with Shauna, and she is a Lyft driver, and she said she made a couple hundred easy. Like,
in one day?
Yeah, on CMA, where it was.
So give me like the strategy. Like, do I go out early? Do I go out late?
They when for high
volume.
High volume events, they jack up the rates.
Yeah.
So if they jack up the rates, you get a bigger.
John,
cut
have you
of that.
ever been in a Lyft before?
I exclusively did Ubers during our whole trip in California.
So let's
wait a minute. I've been in a Lyft with you.
Should I do Uber or should I do Lyft?
You should do Lyft. Lyft is the voice of the people.
I've always said the same. Like pink mustache all the way.
It's like me. Lyft is me. You're Uber. So
how am I Uber?
Because you're a snowflake. You're very very prestigious about. You wouldn't pick up any Donald Trump supporters.
I would actually say the exact opposite. Like I've always been Lyft day one.
Oh, so
I've never had the Uber app on my phone.
But you are Uber. That's the ironic part.
Like you believe that you should spy on people and not pay your employees, whereas Lyft is like more about tipping's okay.
But that's you. You would love to spy on people. If you were the employee, you would be Uber.
I disagree.
The Uber
completely.
encourages tipping.
Yeah, Uber's like the elite.
No, for the longest time, you couldn't leave a tip to the app.
I
don't know if they still do that. I don't take a lot of Ubers because it's the man.
Okay, so I only take Lyfts now, but when I went to New York, I took exclusive Uber, and I don't know.
I just didn't want to have a bunch of apps on my phone. I had the Uber app.
I'm with you. Dude, honestly, I wouldn't know. If you blindfolded me and said, are you in a Lyft or an Uber, I'd have no idea, right? I mean, it's the same experience. I say get on it.
This is coming from the man that partook in a taxi cab. What is it? A picket line.
Yeah, I sure did. Yeah. I went against Uber.
Really?
I went against Uber. I picketed against Uber. Have you ever done that, my friend? No. So because you are the man, and I am the voice of the people. I was out there marching with people that didn't speak my language, but there was a common brotherhood theme there. They accepted me, the lone white guy, as a brother of the Indian nation.
Why you got to bring race into it?
Because I was just telling you, I'm part of the Indian nation.
If he was the only white guy there, then it should be mentioned.
Mr. India, right here. It's my new nickname. I was hanging out with my people. They love me. It was all great. So
okay. Anyway, that was my weekend. I spent the entire weekend detailing my car.
I'm
ready. I'm ready.
If you get Liv, you will have stories to tell on the podcast. That is a good thing. Yeah, for sure.
Should I play the podcast while I'm going?
For sure.
And
yeah.
hand out bumper stickers or something?
100%.
Yeah, we got those cards.
Try to sell some T-shirts or whatever?
100%. Do it up.
All right.
There you go. John, how was your past week?
Just trying to set things up. My son turns 2 tomorrow, and we got family coming into town, so I'm just trying to prep the house and stuff for that and planning for his party. That's all I've been doing this week.
Nice. Yeah, that's being old and being in your 40s. That's what life's about.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe in ghosts? I mean, that's a straight up question that usually you end up asking someone over time. I don't know if I've ever asked. I've asked you when we were younger and we were dumb. Okay, we went on the Bell Witch trip. We went to the Bell Witch cave and videotaped it and hung out the night before and were trespassing in people's property. Whatever. Hey, it's yesterday's news. But I generally, if you ask me straight up, David, do you believe in ghosts? I would say no. So Lee, do you believe in ghosts? Yay or nay?
It's like the X-Files. I want to believe.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't. I'm a pure skeptic.
Me too.
I don't believe in ghosts, but I 100% want there to be ghosts, and I want to believe.
John?
I believe in an afterlife. I believe in heaven and hell.
Ghost hunter. Ghost hunter Tortorello.
So if a ghost is the separation between body and soul, then yes, I believe in ghosts.
Do you believe?
But I don't believe that there are spirits haunting us.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
No, he just said he does
But he
not.
does.
He literally.
Why would I say? Why would I say?
He literally just said he does not. You
Do you
can't.
believe in spirits?
Yeah, but not.
There you go.
Not,
What's the difference?
But he doesn't believe in ghosts. Like
What is
ghosts.
the difference between a spirit and a ghost?
Ghosts haunt people. They do.
What is
they
a ghost? It's a spirit, right?
That
That's
didn't,
another.
that didn't get to heaven or hell.
Okay.
But John believes they all either go to heaven or hell.
Well, I mean, the Holy Spirit. If you believe in the
If I'm
Holy
wrong, correct me,
Holy
John.
Spirit
Well,
is in heaven, right?
Well, anyways, look, I don't believe in ghosts per se, but I took the drone out the other day. Okay, I made a video. This is up on our YouTube page. Please go check it out. I got a ProMark drone. I took it out to a Civil War memorial site in Spring Hill. Now, I've flown this drone a lot. I talked about it last week.
I was really wondering where you were going with this ghost thing.
I'm getting pretty good at
You
it.
gotta watch
I'm
the video.
intrigued.
You gotta watch the video.
Gotta watch
John.
the video.
Gotta
Now,
get on our YouTube page.
yeah, check it out. So I made this video, and as I get out there, the drone starts doing weird stuff. Like it goes straight up, and then it just flips and drops down to the ground. Okay, that was weird. Let me try.
Your first instinct is, oh, that's a ghost.
No, our first instinct was weird. Okay, this is a drone. It's cheap, whatever. Take it up again. It's flying. Flips again. Drops again out of the sky. I was like, what? So then I'm like, all right, well, let me get my camera out. I took my sons with me. I was like, film me flying this drone just where I can get some B-roll footage. Oh, my camera was heavily condensed. You could not see anything in it. It literally was condensed, the entire camera. It's never done that before.
When you say condensed, you mean like fog, like white
Fog, like yes, like you couldn't see anything. Now, I'm walking down the hill because I'm done. Like, okay, well, this drone's stupid. It keeps falling down. And I run into this guy. He's there with his kids and a couple of dudes. He's like, hey, how'd it go? Because when I went up there, he was like, oh, that looks like that's going to be fun. I was like, yeah. So I get down and he goes, oh, how was it? He goes, that was quick. I go, man, it kept falling out of the sky. Very weird. And he goes, oh, you didn't know? This place is haunted. And I was like, what? He goes, oh, yeah, man, there's soldiers buried all in this area here. And actually, they don't let you bring metal detectors because there's so much lead in the area from where soldiers got shot and killed. So now I start going, I don't know, man. Maybe there are ghosts. I don't know. I've never seen a ghost, and if you ask me still this day, but something weird was going on that day. There was some weird energy going on at that site.
So this is the video that was completely condensed.
No,
with
you
fog?
see it starting to get condensed. It gets there. If you watch the video, you would know that I took a couple videos, and this is the one where it starts getting condensed, and then it goes where I took some pictures. You can
It's a
see.
ghost. You can see it.
See, there's a spot on the camera. Now, what's going on here? I don't know, but I'm just saying.
Is this the most paranormal thing that's ever happened?
Oh
to
yes,
you?
100%. Yes. I mean,
Well, then you're okay.
I mean, look.
think you're all right
We're
then.
watching a live video. Look at this, man. Look at this. What is happening right now? You tell me that's not condensed or
Do you
condensation?
know how easy this would be to fake? First off, I'm not.
Well,
I'm
brother,
not saying you rubbed some Vaseline on the lens, but I'm not saying you did.
Brother, I'm telling you, I didn't. I own my life.
Okay, how many people?
This is a picture I tried to take next to a cannon.
Oh, you can see the guy in the
Do
Civil
you see?
War hat.
You see something right there?
Yeah, you can just make it out.
Is that weird, John? Like
That's
this is
a little
not
weird.
This is not a bit. And the camera was not out of focus. I'm telling you right now, it was in focus. Everything was great.
How many people died at this battlefield?
A lot.
What, like 8?
No,
10?
like hundreds.
Hundreds.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, just go check out the video. That's what I'm saying. Go check
You're
out the
gonna become
video.
a ghost hunter, aren't you?
I am.
You
a
and
ghost.
John.
There we go.
I think
what
we should
about
do a
what
YouTube
about you,
series.
Lee? Has anything on the paranormal scale ever happened to you?
I've had like weird, like the hair stand up on the back of your neck for unexplained reasons, and I was like focused on a part of the room. But I'm not one of those people that you'll never find me in like a horror movie. Because when that stuff starts happening, I'm gone,
Me too.
Like, I just bought this house and it's haunted. I'm just like, oh, that's fine. We'll put it right back on the market.
Why do people not move in the movies? Like, bro, you buy a house and the first day you're there, some like young girl ghost apparition is in your closet. I'm out, dude, right there. I'm done burning that house down and I'm out for good. Like, no more.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so go
You're
watch
burning it down? I'm going to get my value back. I mean, I'm not going to be rash.
insurance money, baby.
So what if it was like a non-violent ghost?
A ghost is a ghost, man. That's weird.
I don't know what they're about. They can't.
Like I've heard stories where like the kids like,
If
yeah,
humans
watch
are going to
this
lie
over
to you
me,
that
or-
are alive, you think a ghost ain't going to be like, oh, I'm just going to be your friend. I won't kill you in your sleep.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me tell you one I read just on the internet this week.
There
It
we
was
go.
That means it's true,
it was a
y'all.
military pilot, and the kid would always say, the woman in my closet, like he would run to the parents' house and like hop in the bed and be like, there's a woman in my closet, and they'd be like, nah, there's no woman. And eventually they started locking their door and wouldn't let him in. Years later, the father admitted to there's a known ghost story, and he knew about the woman being in the house. And there was also reports of the ghost being on the airfield, and like airplanes would stop landing, like they would call off a landing because a woman would be out in the field. And then sometimes when they would bring the airplanes in after they landed, there would be like handprints like on the nose of the airplane, like they were hugging the front of the plane or something. But you know, it's a typical story where like the woman
Was it
lost
like
her
to
kid.
scale, like a woman, like woman-sized hands and everything?
Yeah, like a outline of like condensation or whatever. But the woman had lost her child, so she, in theory, haunted all the other kids. But it was non-violent. She like looked after them and took care of them. But she would always do things to her dad. Because like he said that her dad was not abusive per se, but would be kind of mean to him. So the ghost would like do little things to the dad, and the dad admitted to it years later. I don't know. But they locked the door on the kid and was like, "There's no woman in your closet," and they knew it.
I don't know. All I know is I ain't gonna lie. Even at 41 years old, I'm still a bit afraid of the dark. So I'm just gonna put it out there. So am I afraid of ghosts? Yeah, a little bit. In the back of my mind.
They say that most people, it's the afraid of the unknown.
Yes,
So-
exactly. Yes, I've seen enough movies. Sometimes, I don't know, man. I'm not.
Would you lock yourself into a bathroom at midnight in the dark, look in the mirror, and say, "I hate the Bell Witch"?
Done it.
How can you say you're scared of the dark?
Well, I was
then?
scared out of my mind. This was at the apartment.
Why did you do
We
it?
did it at your house
Because-
when we were in high school.
Yeah.
Were y'all all together?
Me and John were.
It was me, you, David, and
I
Keith.
was not there.
Yes, you were.
No, I was not.
He doesn't remember, but he was there.
You were there.
Did y'all have y'all's face mask on yet, or what?
Face mask.
I don't know what that's
Like
about.
a slumber party for girls?
Oh, ha. You were there.
You were there.
You were
I was
literally
not
there.
there.
Yes, you were.
I would never do that.
Yes, you did it.
I knew a guy
We
that
didn't do
lost
the
his life
hate
to the Bell
one.
Witch.
We did I Love the Bell Witch.
Oh.
And you're supposed to do it 13 times. You're supposed to spin around each time you say it. And I mean, you do get lightheaded and stuff, but I mean, I think it's because you're spinning around. I don't think it has anything to do with. But I mean, you spin around and say it. Yeah, I love the Bell Witch or you hate the Bell Witch, and depending on which one you do, something different is supposed to happen. If you say I love the Bell Witch, like a black rose or something is supposed to just appear in your hand.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the point where you know ghosts exist. If a black rose pops up in your hand, you're like, okay, well.
So what if I had a
screwed.
black rose and I was like a sleight of hand and I put it in your? You'd be convinced from that day forward.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
What if you had a friend that ended up ruining his life because he stepped into a stone, circle of protection in a cave? Would that make you believe?
No.
What about? How do you feel about Ouija boards?
Fake.
You
I think they're fake.
Really? Completely.
I know people that believe like hardcore in them.
So you would do a Ouija board
Sure.
right now?
Yeah, you have
On
one.
there. Yeah.
Oh, episode 100?
Yeah.
Okay, Ouija board, episode
Not
100.
in my house.
Yeah.
Not in my
It's
house.
happening.
No.
I'll get it. I'll bring it.
Not in my house. You are not to bring a Ouija board into this house.
It's happening. Episode 100.
There will be no episode 100.
Yes.
There will be no. Your life will be over, son.
Episode 100.
Don't bring a Ouija board.
It's
no
happening.
Ouija board.
You'll be
Ouija
tired.
board.
You'll fall asleep or something. You won't even know what we're doing.
That's the worst kind of Ouija board. That's like non-consent Ouija boarding. That's the worst thing you can do to
Non-consent.
someone.
That's Ouija rape.
Hey guys,
Ouija board.
hey,
Ouija
listen. Episode 100, Ouija board. Okay, so we talk about ghosts, all that. Yeah, get that. Go watch that video. Okay, well, let's talk about the news. Talking about ghosts, talking about people passing away this week. We lost a person that actually I was a big fan of. Anthony Bourdain killed himself this past week, hung himself, and
Rip.
Yeah, rip. If you don't know, an early callback, Lee thought rest in peace literally meant rip. Like he thought that was what it meant, rip.
Well, it does mean rip.
No, it means rest in
No,
peace.
it means rest in
When I
peace.
say it, that's what I mean.
Okay, yeah. So Anthony Bourdain, if you don't know, Kitchen Confidential was a big book he wrote. He had TV shows, was really a guy's guy, macho kind of guy, made being a chef very cool. Like, I read Kitchen Confidential, and I wanted to be a chef. I was like, oh my God, I messed up. I should have been a freaking chef. These guys they're punk rock artists. They're just, and you read the book, and they, I've worked in the kitchen. Lee's worked in the kitchen. Cooks are generally characters. I mean, most of the cooks I worked with were dudes that had stories, obviously. So
dudes with stories. You don't even need to know how to cook as long as you got a good story.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Pretty much.
So Anthony Bourdain was notorious for, ripping McDonald's, but then also at the same time defending cheap beer, ripping on hipsters with their craft beer. I love this. This guy was like me, but he was
but cool.
He had a talent.
He was, yeah, that's true. He was kind of liberal, but a lot of his liberal points I kind of saw his point as well. So
But wasn't his mom like editor of the New York Times or something?
No, I don't think so.
Isn't that how he busted into the industry?
No, I think he wrote an article for some website, and then he wrote the book, and it took off.
Nah, it's.
I'm telling you, no, I don't think so.
It's kind of like the small loan of $1 million of celebrity chef
I think
cooking.
you're making that up. I think that's false news. That's fake news if I ever heard it. But
You said something about craft beer, and he's
mad now. He's mad. There we go. Yep. You want to take your shots at Anthony Bourdain? But what is crazy? Last week we talked about Kate Spade. Obviously killed herself, and we talked about that for a little bit. And now this right after the show was recorded, the next morning, my wife texted me and said Anthony Bourdain killed himself. And I'm just gonna be honest. A lot of these celebrity deaths really never faze me. I'm like, oh well, it's tragic, but hey, the tragedy happens every day, everywhere. But this one kind of hit me a little bit. It was like a punch in the gut because, like I said, I really enjoyed watching his show. I enjoyed him as a personality, and it's odd. Like, I didn't follow the guy that closely, but I never would have guessed this guy suffered from depression, that this guy was a person that thought taking his life was a way out. So it goes back to what we talked about last week, that you never truly know, especially when someone's dealing with depression. That's why if you have friends in your life, or you have acquaintances or loved ones or family members, and you sense, like you get just a sense that something's wrong, just reach out and at least reach out to them, where you may not even stop them, or you may, the hope is you do, but you don't want to live with the regret your whole life that you knew something was wrong and you didn't say anything. There's a lot of machismo with guys. You don't want to confront emotions, negative emotions, depression. That was big, especially when we were growing up.
Yeah.
But, we're kind of moving past that, and it's nothing, there shouldn't be a stigma to this. A lot of it is you're born. It's chemicals, and we got to get past that thing that everyone, and we're moving that way as a society, but it's not something to be ashamed about. If you suffer from depression, it happens. Get the proper treatment, get on your medication, get some help, talk to people. Like I said, we gave the number out last week. It just, it's tragic that.
So I had a discussion with a friend about this, and obviously everything that you said is 100% accurate. But evidently, like a lot of people, especially on Twitter, who would have thought, were ripping him because saying that he was selfish because he had a kid that wasn't old enough to take care of themselves. What's your thought on that? Or can you understand like where those people would be coming from?
I can understand a sense of anger. If one of you guys killed yourself, I would be very upset. I'm sure anger would be part of that. A little bit would be, like you said, selfishness. You had kids, you had wives. How dare you leave them behind? But I look past that and know that a rational person wouldn't do that. So obviously, like I said, you got this deep cloud of depression on you. We talked about last week. You're not thinking right. I heard another podcast, fake ass radio show, talked about it, and the host there, Scav, said he felt this was disgusting, that this guy killed himself, and like you said, kind of angry about it. And I just think it happens. It's sad, but angry, no. I felt bad for, like you said, his kid and all the loved ones in his life. But anger, personally, I would be angry for a little bit, but you got to let that go. John?
The way I see it is, we kind of touched on the iceberg of it last week when we mentioned Kate Spade and how successful she was. Mm-hmm. And how on one side of the glass it would appear that her life was going great. Mm-hmm. You have to look at the juxtaposition of that is how bad would somebody whose life was just normal, how bad would their internal struggle have to be for them to take their life? Now take it to another notch where someone whose life appears to be perfect and great, how much worse would their internal struggle have to be for them to take their lives? So I would never judge anyone for taking their own life, regardless of who they're leaving behind. I mean, it would suck.
Now, on a religious front, spiritual front, what are the opinions? I mean, Catholics feel that's bad. Like you're screwed, pretty much.
That's the one sin
what
you
is
can't commit or something.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. What is the LDS Church?
The Mormon faith believes that the only sin that's an unforgivable sin is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, which is pretty much something that you're not really capable of doing.
Okay.
You have to have a full knowledge of the Holy Spirit, not faith, but knowledge of the Holy Spirit to fully blasphemy it. Okay. So since no one has that, it's pretty much
no one has that.
Well, I mean, like if you were the prophet of God and then you say, "Screw you, God, I'm not doing that," then yeah, that would be blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. But
I'm going to pray for you.
Not very many people that fall into that category.
I'm going to pray for you. Okay.
Oh,
that's fine.
Got that off Twitter this week. Yeah, so rest in peace, Anthony Bourdain. I honestly will miss you, and I'm going to probably read Kitchen Confidential again real soon. Love the book. If you have not read Kitchen Confidential, you will love it. Like I said, I'm not like a foodie or anything like that, but the book is very enjoyable. So definitely, you guys, go check that out. Use our link on Amazon to buy it. How about that? We'll put a link up in the show. Buy it off the show notes and a little kickback. Now, we got to talk about Dennis Rodman. Now, I put up a picture this week of Dennis Rodman, and I photoshopped our shirt logo onto his shirt, which was black. And actually, his shirt said Potcoin, which is his new cryptocurrency he's supporting. Yes, Potcoin. Took a big spike after his appearance on CNN, where he cried. He was so happy that Mr. Trump and Kim Jong-un, his boys, were meeting. But anyways, we put this picture up, and you know that people actually, legitimately, 100% believed that Dennis Rodman was actually wearing a Blame Your Brother shirt on CNN News.
I mean, he was, right?
Of course, yes, he was. And I just said to somebody at work, guys, if that guy had been wearing a Blame Your Brother shirt, I wouldn't be here today because I would have probably 10,000 tweets. We'd probably get phone calls from news like asking, what is Blame Your Brother? What is this shirt the guy's wearing? But anyways, Dennis Rodman.
You'd be on your way to
I'd be on my way to North Korea. Heck yeah, fly me over there. I'll sit down with Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump. Now, so Dennis Rodman, and then we'll put Trump and Kim Jong-un form this triangle of insanity. I mean, that's really the only way to describe those three characters is insane. Donald Trump sat down with Kim Jong-un. He's been praising the guy this week, which blows my mind that he said, oh, his people love him. Bro.
Who are we talking about here?
They have to.
Donald Trump said that about Kim Jong-un on an interview. Now, this isn't like I read this on some website. I saw the video where he was saying this. That's insanity. Like, are we really? And here's what really bothers me about all this.
I think they do love him. They're like federally mandated. Like if you don't,
that's not love.
That's not love.
I mean, call it what you want. It's
brother, man, that ain't love. Okay, that's called fear. Now,
it's a thin line, my friend.
But let me tell you about this real quick that bothers me the most. Do you remember? I don't know if you do or not, but I'll just kind of rehash it for you. When Obama was running against Romney, one of the big topics of discussion is what they were going to do about North Korea. I remember this very specifically. I remember the debate where this conversation took place. And Romney said, a Republican at the time, I would not negotiate with dictators. That is exactly what he said. Obama actually said, I would be willing to talk to him if we could have civil talks. The right blasted Obama for that, and the left blasted Romney for that exact change. Hold on.
Of course.
Here we are, 2018. The roles have flipped around. Donald Trump did go talk to him, the Republican, and now all the Republicans are saying, best move ever, greatest president of all time, great guy, and the left is going, how dare you go sit down and talk with.
So two things I have on that. Like these are just things I've heard. That they put out a video of Trump had created a video for him and Kim Jong. What is his name?
Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un, where they portrayed themselves as superheroes.
Oh my God!
It was like a trailer to a movie or something. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen this.
But supposedly that happened. But did you also see the blow up over the salute? where Donald Trump saluted the North Korean general or whatever?
No, I didn't.
Like he's going to shake his hand, and then the general salutes, and then Donald Trump salutes him back, and people were losing their mind over it.
Man.
Like, here's a man, like, I don't know if I agree with this. Like, I don't care that he saluted. It almost looked like he just, like, wasn't even thinking and just saluted the guy, right?
Well, that
but
would
here's a guy
describe him,
who's here's a guy who's like swearing up and down about the NFL and people kneeling on there.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And how America is supposed to be upheld to the highest,
I agree.
whatever. And then he's over there saluting a North Korean general.
I'm not.
Where do you stand on that?
I find it hilarious.
Well, I mean, any kind of general. I mean, is that the worst thing he could have done?
You shouldn't do that.
Why not?
Because this is a dictator of a country that literally
It's somebody who deserves respect
Brother,
because they
respect. We don't know who the general is. He could have been Kim Jong-un's babysitter that he just... Come on, man. You're telling me you're president of the United States of America. You're going to walk over to North Korea, which is a country that kills its people on the regular, and you're going to salute... That would be like saluting Hitler's general. It literally would be the exact same thing. Would you have saluted Adolf Hitler's chief general, John, if you went to Germany back in 1940?
If Putin told him he would.
I don't know. I really don't know what you're doing.
From the chat,
like
holy
that.
shit, John! I thank you, Jason. We know that's true.
He's
man.
like, oh, maybe I would.
I mean, you can't do that.
John, confirmed Nazi.
Confirmation achieved. Episode 96 show ends. No, I just think the hypocrisy of both sides. It just shows neither of them give a damn about the issues. It's posturing for their candidate, regardless of what he did. If Trump came out and did something they didn't approve, they'd be for it. Now, there are some Republicans that have said this is dumb, and they're a small group that has done it. Politics. This is why this country. It's not just Trump. I understand Trump is the fill-in for this, but just the bullshit of people just supporting any person because of a letter next to a name. It's stupid.
It is stupid.
Should we be over there talking to them? I guess I don't have a problem with it because they're in trouble. They have no food. Their people are dying because they don't have any resources. So we do have them in a powerful position now. Do I trust that guy? No, wouldn't trust him from here to where John is right now.
A lot of people are saying it's just a China-Russia power play.
Could be.
Because they want America to stop the drills with South Korea because South Korea is the one military base on that part, which is, the Vietnam War, the Korean War. It's been something that's been going on for years and years. So now they feel like, what have we really, people speculate that Russia and China were the only reason North Korea had nuclear missiles to begin with.
Yeah.
So that this was all a ploy by them to get America and, of course, the whole Putin and Trump's pocket
it could
thing.
be, brother.
And then Trump came out and said, I could end Syria with if I ask one favor from Putin. Did you see that headline?
Boy,
I'm just like, what is going on here? Anyway, who cares?
So Robin asking Chad, how would we address the Queen of England? Okay, well, once again, the country of the UK, of England, or whatever, whatever, because of Brexit, whatever they are now, they are not going around killing their people systematically. So, yes, I would take a knee to the Queen of England.
To answer your question, I would definitely do the round the world.
Yeah, you.
You know what the round the world is?
Who was that?
I don't know. What was that?
A ghost.
No idea.
Is that a ghost? That was weird.
That's weird.
Okay.
Who, me?
Oh, that was Siri. Uh-oh.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
You said Syria.
So anyways,
okay.
Rodman. Okay, so we talked about
around the world.
What'd you call this? The ongoing quest for Trump's Nobel Peace Prize. Vegas odds now.
Trump Nobel Tracker.
Vegas odds put out this week. He has even odds to win the Nobel Peace Prize. You can actually go bet on this right now.
Even odds.
Even.
I mean, if he wins the Nobel Peace Prize, that tarnishes the Nobel Peace Prize for everyone that's ever won one.
Come on.
And it will have no...
Come on, bro.
It will have no, meaning ever moving forward. If that dude wins a Nobel Peace Prize, this dude is they're painting him as being responsible for caging kids in America.
Who is this? What is this story?
The stripping the refugees from their parents and then putting them in the old Walmart in a cage.
Okay.
And he's like, y'all we should do that. And then Huckabee Sanders or whatever is up in there saying it's
biblical.
It's biblical to put kids in cages. Come on. You can't give someone a Nobel Peace Prize.
She didn't say exactly that, but yes, she's kind of in a roundabout way. Yes.
Anyway.
And so Rodman, what do we think about it real quick? guy's nuts, right?
Yeah.
Is that all you can say?
Yeah.
I mean, he's crying on CNN.
Oh, Rodman.
And he said Obama was a bum, all that. So here's what I know. This past week, Trump has had 2 vocal black supporters, Kanye West, Donald Trump. Rodman. Take that for what it is. Potcoin. Go to potcoin.com. Get invested in a cryptocurrency based on marijuana. What could go wrong? What the hell could go wrong?
Hey, he evidently had like a 47% increase, and it only went down 26% later.
There you go.
So, and you can use that coin in 9 different online retailers.
Oh, nice.
9.
What are they?
I'm not really sure.
Headshop.com, is that one of them?
I would assume it would be something like you have to have Tor browser.
420.com, stayhigh.com. What are all these sites?
Maybe like some kind of North Korean.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, North Korea
something.
proxy. There you go. All right. Well, speaking of insanity, Elon Musk. This is another guy that's absolutely nuts, right? I mean, this guy, in a good way, but he's crazy. In California, you can buy a flamethrower for $500. Just sell them. Just giving them out to the public of California. You show up at Elon Musk's company, the Bourdain Company, and you can get they're called not a flamethrower, quote unquote. So there was a massive line for this, and they gave out 1,000 flamethrowers. I'm sorry. What in the hell is going on here? Is this okay? We live in a city of Nashville, Tennessee, where they literally had an electric scooter on the streets of Nashville that they banned because they thought it was unsafe for the public. But yet, Nashville, who wants to be a big city, let's just be honest, right? They want to be a big city. California, that's who we want to be. They're giving out flamethrowers. We can't even get an electric scooter to go down the street.
This is just a commercial tool that's been rebranded. It just uses propane and it hooks up, and it actually has commercial purposes. And all he did was
do you know how many fires are in California?
Hold on, I want to know, what are these commercial uses for this product without reading the story? Go ahead.
It's like they use it to free ice off vehicles.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff.
All these yahoos. Look at the crowd of people. Click on that third picture. Look at this crowd. Yeah. These are ice melters in this crowd here. Wrong.
Obviously, he's not using it.
Bunch of white dudes showing up to burn shit. That's all this is. I mean, it is a weapon, man. You took this into a school. You could kill like lots of kids.
Seriously, in this picture, they were making s'mores, I believe.
Making s'mores with a damn.
Yeah, you can see it right there. See, that's a little marshmallow.
They're
literally making s'mores.
This is insane.
Look, that's a s'more, bro. It's just an industrial s'more maker.
Just an industrial. The flame shoots 15 feet out, but yeah, it's for s'mores.
Okay, what's your problem with Elon Musk besides that?
He's fine. He's a nut, but you're going to need insane people to push us forward.
Chicago just signed up for the high-speed underground railroad.
Well,
I believe the first major city.
I don't have any doubt that this man is going to take us places we need to go. He is like Tony Stark in real life. If he came out with Iron Man armor next year, I'd be like, well, there we go.
I would totally buy one of those. Whatever it took, I would totally buy Iron Man armor.
I believe that someone has designed this for the military. And
flamethrowers?
No, the Iron Man suit of armor. It may not be just like that, but I guarantee you there is a prototype somewhere that we haven't seen before. I'm telling you, when that happens, hey, you're right, you're left, you're up, you're down. You better start getting concerned, because when the military is getting that weaponized, it is problems, my friend. That's when
giving one person way too much.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem with Elon Musk. I'm sure he wants to make money. I'm sure, but he has probably, from what I've read about him, saying he doesn't have any malice in his heart. It's not those dudes that mess it up. It's like the military guys that mess it up, or bad people that mess it up.
Well, it's just we were talking earlier, and Lee said something. I had an idea about something, and Lee said that it's not so much the people that come up with the idea; it's the people that take that idea and make it something bad.
True. Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, there's going to be people that will take advantage of something that he creates.
It's just a boring company.
That being said, I'd buy one immediately. I mean, straight up, I'd buy one. Okay, let's get to the idiot of the week. I hate to talk bad about the dead, but we got to hit this sounder.
My God, I am surrounded by idiots.
You idiot! To the idiot mobile. You idiot! You're an idiot.
Well, that's because you're an idiot.
All right, Google death by selfie. So there was a couple. We encourage our listeners, our amazing people that listen to the show, watch the show, we encourage you to take selfies and send them to us during the week. Not quite like this, though. Couple plunges to their deaths while taking selfie on vacation. Now, I thought this was Lee in the picture, so I didn't know if we were going to record tonight. But
I thought it was you wearing the dress.
I thought, well, that's fine. So we died together. But this couple was trying to take a selfie at a popular tourist spot in Portugal and plunged nearly 100 feet to their death because the camera, they had to try to grab it. And when they grabbed it, they fell off the side of this cliff, fell down, died. No one even knew they were dead. People found them and thought they were just laying down in this beach area, and they were dead. So death by selfie. Like, why in the hell are you hanging off the side of a cliff?
They're not hanging off the side.
Brother.
It's like a parapet. They were on a parapet taking a selfie, and they're not the first people to die. And they dropped their phone, and they believe they, like, one of them, you know,
let the phone go. Let the phone go, man. Why did both of them?
Here's how I see it happening. One of them dropped it, one of them stumbled, and the other one reached down to grab them. At that point, you got to let them go, right?
You got to learn life lessons from movies. What did Titanic teach us? One of you's got to go. One of you's got to live, okay?
You know, I never saw that movie, but it seems like total BS that they couldn't just take turns on the driftwood,
brother,
man.
That's the whole point of the movie. You don't take turns. You let the other one go. Fall down to the bottom of the seat. Survive. Survival, baby. Okay? This would have been a great story for someone if...
You can't even say it with a straight face.
Story.
It'd be an epic story.
Let her go.
I mean, I guess I would try to grab my wife, but I don't think we'd be dumb enough. John, come on. At least saying this isn't this bad. What would you be?
We wouldn't have been that stupid to put ourselves in that position in the first place.
So you've never been on the lip of a precipice or out in the wild, like on a canyon?
Nope.
You've never been to the Grand Canyon?
I've been to the Grand Canyon with you guys.
You didn't get close to the edge and
No.
take a selfie?
No.
You guys are wimps.
You didn't take a selfie.
Brother, I've been to the edge and back.
Hey,
okay?
where's your ghostly selfie, okay?
This is a ghost selfie. I'm sure probably the selfie took.
Some haunting pictures.
We need to blame your selfie on that one. So I just thought, guys, if you're taking selfies, please be careful. We don't want you to die for the selfies, okay? So, all right. That's it. All right, so...
if you are going to die, make sure you're wearing a Blame Your Brother t-shirt.
That's true. Yeah, that would get us some good press there. I'm with John on that one. If you're going to die, wear a shirt while you do it. Okay, so do we have anything for blame? Who's to blame this week? Do we have anything on the agenda? Do I just hit the sound clip and we figure it out?
Yeah.
It's time for Who's to Blame.
Tell me who's to blame. Yeah, tell me who's to blame. Yeah, tell me who's to blame. Won't tell me who's to blame.
All right, it's time for Who's to Blame, where we take a subject, two of us debate said subject, one pro, one anti, regardless of what you think about it. And so, Lee, what is on the agenda for today?
Okay, John, this week you're going to be pro emoji.
Okay, emojis. We all use them. They're on Twitter. We love them. You see them all the time. Lee, are you going anti-emoji?
Yeah, I'm going anti. John, I assumed was pro emoji.
Okay,
if you
want to go first.
If you want to go anti, that's fine.
Where do you want to go, John? Call it right now. Don't make excuses.
I think they're pretty stupid, so I'd rather go no.
You want me to go pro?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you know, most languages are living, they're learning, they're growing, they're evolving. This is the modern day evolution of language, okay? Like, you could just type some boring text and, like, people will be like, is he being sarcastic? What is, you know, does he like me? Does he not like me? Or you could put in an emoji and people exactly understand what you're thinking without any words. Like, it's an eggplant. You know exactly what they're thinking, right? Like, yeah, let's get it on, baby. Like, you know, if something's happening, you could say, you know, you could pull out your little T9 phone, John, and you could put in, this party's really cool. Or you could just do 3 fire emojis, and everyone knows that it's lit. It's concise. It's perfect. It's speaking without words. And what is more special than silence through emojis?
John?
I don't think it's that concise. When I see an eggplant, I think of Parmesan. All right?
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't know what that means. Weren't you just blasting David for interrupting last week?
You're about done on that one, John.
Roasted.
You just got roasted, brother. You don't know what an eggplant emoji?
I know what it means.
Okay.
I know what it means.
Okay, so you do know what it means.
I know what it means,
Okay.
but I didn't. The first time I saw one, I didn't know what it meant.
The first time you saw the English language, you didn't know what it meant. You learned
There's
it.
nothing tastier than a roasted eggplant.
I don't know.
Hit the outro.
John, it's over.
You can't tell me who's to blame. Won't tell me who's to blame.
All right, there you go. Roasted eggplant. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, that was that. Shortest. You still playing them all the time.
Right.
Oh, man. Okay.
Moving on.
Okay, moving on. It's time. It's time for John.
It's time for John
to give some advice.
By the time you read these lines, I'll be gone.
All right, it's time for Dear John. John here gives advice to the public. Now, I got to say, last week's Dear John was highly received, John. You actually, from the people, you did pretty good. So, every week, people send in stories. They need advice. They write into John, which tells you they're really at the end of the rope. So, I don't know what's happening there. But Lee's going to read it. We're all going to listen, and John's going to give advice. So, here we go, Lee. Let's get it
Okay,
going.
this one comes in. Dear John, I am a retired airline employee, and I get passes for my friends and family. I recently provided first-class eligible round-trip passes from San Diego to Paris to my best friend and her friend. The fare would have cost them thousands of dollars retail. The only thing I asked in return was to pick me up a menu, a print, or something small that could be packed easily. They were in Paris for a month, and they totally forgot me. I am so hurt. Sometimes I want to call them and tell them how I feel. Then I think it wouldn't be a good idea. Frankly, I'm angry. What is the best way to handle this? From Up in the Air.
Damn. Ooh.
I mean, it seems like the ship has sailed. I mean, they don't have a time machine. They can't fix it. So, I mean.
God dang it.
Move on with your life.
I would be hard pressed to hook them up again. I mean,
Brother, I was just going to say, River had asked you to bring the heat. You're definitely bringing some heat tonight. The roasted eggplant, the time machine. Keep going. I'm sorry for interrupting.
but I mean, what can you do at this point to remedy the situation? I mean, you're pretty much at a loss if they didn't.
John, frankly, he is angry. What is the best way for him to handle this? That's what he wants to know. Move on.
Does Michael Anthony need to call in and give some time travel advice?
No, Biff, not this time.
What should he do, John? What should he do?
I'm saying just if you need to, just put some space between you and this person so you can cool off. But I mean,
delete your Facebook, hire a lawyer, hit the gym.
So what is it? So I'll say so. So what is better? I mean, obviously he thought this is thousands of dollars, John.
I mean, if he hooked me up, granted, I'd be bringing him a boatload of stuff.
But let's say you didn't. Let's say you didn't. Should you confront this person and let them know how you feel, or you're saying you should just water under the bridge, just another day, another way? I mean, because I'll put myself in this guy's situation. Angry wouldn't even express how I would feel. Like, I would definitely confront this person and just be like, you are the most selfish asshole.
That's what I'd want to do, yeah.
But I think you should.
Here's the other thing. Like, if you had not said, if you gave them the tickets and just expected something, that's one thing.
Right.
But you give someone tickets that expensive and you go, I just want one thing, a menu, a print, or something to pack up. You tell them that.
A menu, which is free, by the way.
Free.
Which
Well, I don't know about that.
You can take it. They're not going to.
The point is like, you tell them beforehand and then they don't come back. You bring it up immediately.
It's not like you're asking for the print of.
Brother, you got to tell those people, you better get on some website and you better send me something back from Paris, or this friendship is over. It just shows to me just selfishness to the utmost degree. Like, oh my God, dude. Once again, this dude literally paid for your flight over there for you and another person. once again, that's 2 flights to freaking Paris.
And here's the other
This
thing.
is what I'm saying, though. Look, for them to not do that, you're right. They're extremely selfish.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a horrible thing to do for somebody who did something so great for you. Do you really want somebody like that in your life anymore?
Let me just say something. Here.
enough
Let
to
me
buy
take
them the
another
tickets.
angle. Let me take
That's
another
That's
angle.
what I'm saying.
Let's just assume that it slipped the person's mind, and they're good friends, but they didn't even think about it. It's not even on their radar. They're not angry about it. They don't even understand.
Right.
That's why it's important that this guy comes out and tells them, because they could be like, "Oh my God, you're right," and then to say something like, "You better get on eBay right now," is not even the question, because they would go and do something like buy the guy a trip,
right,
or invite him over for dinner, Paris themed or something. They would, if they're good friends, they'll be like, "I'm sorry, I didn't realize it."
If they
Let me
seem
make
like
it
the
up
type
for
of
you."
person that would make it up to him, yeah, sure. But based on his letter, it doesn't sound like they're that type of person.
So you're saying just let it go.
Get into model shipbuilding, build a little ship, and then just sell it right their way. The ship has sailed.
Ship has sailed. That is your advice of the week. Here's what River says about the advice in the chat. I would want 2 boxes of high-end macaroons from Paris, and then they can get out of my life. Not bad. Not bad.
They would probably just bring you some from Publix, though. Let's be honest.
Hey, as long as they lied about it and put some wee
I
on
mean,
it
just
or
not
whatever.
even take the Publix wrapper.
It's just so, wow, what an asshole.
All
All
right.
right.
Half of them would be eaten. Like one would have bite marks in it.
Probably so with this jerk of a friend. Okay, well, speaking of non-jerks, speaking of great people, it's time to get to the Blame Your Selfie. A lot this week, so let's jump into it.
Honestly, when I first started doing this show, you said you have to take selfies of yourself and put it on the Blame Your Selfie. And I literally thought you were insane. Selfie. I was like, why would anyone take a selfie of themselves? Selfie.
All right, it's time for Blame Your Selfie, where we get our listeners, award-winning listeners, I stole that from podcasts, to send us their selfies, and away we go. All right, this is Adam Cox, who wrote this past week an amazing article at the website blameyourbrother.net about R.I.M. Fantastic read, broke down their discography, talked about why he loved the band, which albums he didn't like. It was fantastic. He is a great writer. Please go check that out at blameyourbrother.net. But here he is. This is him on the beach. Says shadows, no cliff, hashtag blame your selfie. So there you go. That's him on the beach.
No cliff. That's how you take a selfie.
That's true. That says no cliff. Yeah. So he obviously got the lesson before.
No Darwin Award for that guy, obviously.
Maybe he has a time traveling machine and he listened to the episode, went back and didn't get on the cliff. So there you go.
Yes, Biff.
All right. Next up, this is him again. This is Adam Cox rocking that Misogyny Alert t-shirt. We love it.
And look how far away from the edge he is.
That is
still
safe distance.
Misogyny Alert.
These Misogyny Alert t-shirts are taking over the planet,
Alert.
man. He's rocking it. I see him wearing it a lot, so thank you so much for that. Says, ain't life magic, hashtag blame your selfie.
That's at least 2 continents.
Hashtag Miami. This phone's going off constantly, and it's a ghost. Hashtag Miami twice. There we go. All right, next. I'm telling you.
Is the stream fogged up?
Brother, it's ghost, man. Uh-oh. What's that? It's another Misogyny Alert shirt.
Misogyny
yes.
Alert.
All right, this is L.
This is actually Liz.
Misogyny
Oh, that's
Alert.
Liz, a.k.a. L. Says, who's making coffee? Oh, just Liz. Officially blame your selfie. She's rocking the Misogyny Alert t-shirt as well.
So what would you do if your boss, put your wrong name in an email about you?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Just life goes on.
Well, there we go, boss. Thanks.
I guess this is my life now.
I'm sitting at a cubicle wasting my hours away. All right, this is a new one. This is Lula BG, a.k.a. Nikki, and she has submitted her first selfie ever, hashtag blame your selfie. New listener we picked up this week, so she's checking out the show. She enjoyed it, and we even sent her a T-shirt. So
yeah, she actually posted a picture of the Misogyny Alert. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see it. I
about
retweeted it.
Stars being
stars are symmetrical.
Perfectly aligned.
Yes, there you go, man. Our T-shirts are magic. Ain't life magic? Yes, sir. All right, this is L again. Just hashtag blame your selfie. I like this one. I like the hair. I like everything going on. So she's rocking it, man. She's one of our hardcore selfie participants, and we love it. So here we go. This is a story about this one. Now, this is Michael Nicholas II, and it said, this selfie is old, but it makes me smile and dream about doing neat things. Ain't life magic. Hashtag blame your selfie. And Lee said he thought, when he saw this selfie, he thought this was John.
You know why, though? Because magic hats. If you're not familiar with
Sophisticats.
Sophisticats, sorry. So Sophisticats was a high school choir group that John was, and they had to wear tuxedos with bow ties. So oftentimes when I see someone in a tuxedo and bow tie, I think of a young John strapping in high school singing.
So are John and Michael Anthony brothers possibly? That's the question.
Actually could be.
I doubt it.
Isn't Michael Anthony from where John used to
kind of
born and raised in the area?
Huh?
Wasn't your dad kind of like a playboy type figure, like
my God, he's
getting
a Hugh
around?
Hefner.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Didn't he have multiple families or something?
No.
Okay.
Oh, this took a dark turn. All right, this is Girl. Oh my God, Girl Beer Sports Podcast. Great podcast. Please go check those guys out. I enjoy listening to them every week. Says, since the World Cup Russia 2018 started today, these guys who live in my office insisted on being in #BlameYourSelfie. And we've seen these guys before. These are all the Russian prime ministers. You have Gorbachev. I can never remember the guy that boozed it up. Yeltsin. Yeah, is that it?
Boris Yeltsin.
Yeah, Boris Yeltsin. And a few others I don't recognize. But
there's Dr. Octopus and no, wait.
There you go. There you go.
It's obviously Dr. Octopus.
Dr. Octopus. He's a Russian prime minister. We knew it. Okay, yeah, but she's been to Russia. She loves Russian history, all that good stuff. So yeah, go check out the podcast. This is Squeaky Hod. This is Heather. It says, ready to get my weekend camp on. #BlameYourThursday. #BlameYourSelfie. #BlameHumidity. #BlameDaydreaming. So she's getting ready to go out and go camping this week.
It ain't going to get drier in the woods, I'll tell you that.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's going to It's a hot night.
Ghost out there, too. It looks like there's some ghost. I didn't know you noticed the little ghost particles in that selfie.
I know, I did.
All right, this is Brother to Blame. What is the opposite of cool? Because that's what I am. Spoiler alert, it's hot. John, you got nothing
Something
to
like
say?
it hot.
You got nothing to say? This was your chance, man. Is it roasted?
It's so hot it's roasted.
Where's your eggplant emoji?
Is it a roasted
there?
eggplant?
Nice try.
All right, here we go. Some Marlon Mealer, a.k.a. Half Pints Point, writer for the website as well. Says, Blue Ranger representing. Don't blame me for not representing the show. Just blame yourselfie. Rocking that Power Ranger t-shirt. There we go. This is me. Says, #Blame Dave. Says, I like to talk. Come listen at Blame Your Brother. #Blame Yourselfie. There you go.
Is that a TBT?
No, that's Hurley, the surfing company. This is...
No.
What's that?
A TBT?
Throwback Thursday. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Tom Brady.
You're always...
I'm always...
Tom Brady is David's eggplant.
I'm always thinking about that. All right. This is Betty Minks, a.k.a. Tasha, a.k.a.
Ski Wax.
Hazel Sunshine, #Ski Wax. About to do some gardening and sporting my own unique style in the process. She's rocking a Rolling Stones t-shirt, which I love. That's off the chain. A tie-dye bandana, a nice summer hat, the glasses, everything. I love this selfie. It's a great one.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. I like the color, man. Great selfie.
That natural light, you know.
Here we go. Look at this. Jay, man, of Radio Vegas Rock submitted his selfie.
Nice.
#Blame Yourselfie. It's Crazy Jay of the Rock and Comedy Show. And like we say, man, we are featured every weekend. Not every weekend. We're every week on Radio Vegas Rocks. So go check out them at radiovegas.rocks or listen to their internet radio show all the time. Okay. This is in the chat. This is Riley Mealer, I guess brother of Half Pints Point, if he's owning it today. It says, when it's hot as balls in your office and your whole building, you can't blame the managers. Oh, no, you just blame yourself. I love how people have really adopted this and now make it a thing like with blame yourself. I love it. I think cool. Rivers started it, truthfully. I think he was the originator of that. So anyways, so that was some of the selfies this week. Thank you guys so much for submitting those. It makes our day, it makes our week when we see those. So keep taking those selfies. Don't die doing it. And use the #blame your selfie. All right, advice given. Emojis dropped. Selfies taken. Now it's time. We give you life advice in the Major Key segment.
So let me give you a major key. Where is the key?
That is not the key. I want the key.
Give us the keys. So let me give you a major key.
And you really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
All right. So it's time for the Major Key of the week. Lee, what's the one that River wrote down in the chat that I like? Did you write down?
He said, keep your eggplants in your pants.
Yeah.
We also had a lot of the ship has sailed, and I also came up with don't let your ship sail.
Okay.
So those are kind of
like the don't let your eggplant get roasted.
I like that one.
Don't let your eggplant sell your ship.
Huh. Which one is it going to be this week? I like don't let your eggplant get roasted.
Don't let your eggplant get roasted.
All right, that's
Pretty
it. Thanks so much for River for that one. Don't let your eggplant get roasted.
You have the key.
Everybody stand up right
That's
now.
a hot one, baby.
Everybody.
Very hot, literally.
There we go. Man, that's an episode in the books, guys. You guys have been amazing in the chat. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Really keeping the conversation going. You guys are fantastic, amazing. We just can't really say enough. Thank you so much for showing up. And when we get to episode 100, like we said, a lot of you in the chat are going to help us out. You're going to help us get through 24 straight hours of broadcasting, podcasting. It's going to be insane. We can't wait to do it. And we want you to go and tell all your friends about it. What you need to do first is tell them to go to blameyourbrother.net. That's the website. That's where you can get all the past episodes, all the way episode 1 up to now. You can read great articles from, like I said, you got Adam Cox dropping articles. You got Josh Baker. He's got one coming up tomorrow. You've got Half Pints Point. We got.
By the way, I did read Josh's last article.
Yeah.
It was really, really well written.
Oh.
It was really good.
Part 2's coming up tomorrow, so be ready.
I'll be on point for that.
Oh, it
was a really good article.
He comes to the show and he acts like, I'm not a very good writer. This dude can write.
Yeah.
Man, it is. I look forward to it. But anyways, while you're there on the website, tons of links to all of our social media, so you can get on board with that. There's an Amazon link. If you want to buy anything through Amazon, please use our link. Just click on it. Go buy all your stuff through Amazon. We get a small percentage, and it doesn't cost you a penny more. So we kind of win, you win, everybody gets supported. Also, you can still buy your Blame Your Brother shirt. There's a link on there. Just click on that. It'll take you to Amazon, and you can buy your shirt. So you can use our link, buy the shirt, support us, support the show. Everybody wins on that one. And always, we are streamed every week, like we said earlier, Radio Vegas Rocks. Go to radiovegas.rocks on the internet, or go get that app. Go search Radio Vegas Rocks. It's an internet radio station, 365 days out of the week, 24/7. Fantastic shows, music, all kinds of fun stuff. So I love it. And if you want to contact John or Lee or me, there's a spot on the website. It's anonymous. You can put any email, any name. Get on there. Send us what you want to hear about, what you want to know, what John can tell you advice, maybe even topics for the show. Who cares?
You could get like a fake account and talk about how great you really are.
A burner account.
Create a
burner account.
You can create an email that's 100% emojis.
You could create emails that are women and you're really a dude and they keep like praising you all the time. I mean, you could do that.
You could do that.
Hypothetically.
That is something you could do.
So who drank the most of the thing? John's is empty. So, wow.
John is the winner.
John is the winner. John loved it. John.
Pretty good.
Loves these slushies.
It grew on me. I'm not going to buy it, but.
There you go.
He'll
grew on you, just like that roasted eggplant emoji. So, there you go. Well, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Lee, anything else?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.
Burn this.
I'm sorry?
This must never be seen by anyone.
You want me to play it again?
Has anybody seen this?
Nobody has seen this.
They have to be found.
Welcome to Memory of the Week. Today is Thursday, June 14th, the 165th day of 2018. There are 200 days left in the year. This is Flag Day. On June 14, 1943, the United States Supreme Court in West Virginia State Board of Education versus Barnett ruled that public school students could not be forced to salute the flag of the United States.
Unpatriotic.
That is today's Memory of the Week. David, John, and Lee, back to you.